a dozen times or so.
Yeah, you would think after this, I think is episode 61. I mean, legit episodes, not to count auxiliaries and Halloween specials.
And how many did we have when we were just doing like the little microphone thingies?
Yeah, that was the best part. Started out with headphone microphone, like you'd play if you were doing like Grizzlin World of Warcraft, like, we need to get the mage over on the left side to heal this beast mode character. I don't know what its name would be, because I don't know what it would be.
You're bad at that.
I know, terrible, because I don't know the lingo. What is it? It was a mage, right? Do they do the healing?
Noob.
No, what's a mage?
A mage.
Is that like a healer?
No.
That's a priest.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what's the beast mode character?
I don't know what you mean by beast
like
mode.
The dude that just like fucking goes in there and destroys shit.
Oh, tank.
Oh. I was gonna say, you know the dude that goes in there like a tank? And then I didn't, because I would have stumbled right upon that. And who could have had that? Who could have had that?
And that's literally what it is. They call him a tank. Oh.
That's sad.
You suck.
I know. That was a terrible open.
Well, it happens every now and then.
It is an open.
So, did you have anything planned for to discuss anyway tonight?
No, I did, but then I left work early to whatever.
To whatever. To cheat on my diet. No.
I'm actually not on a diet at all right now.
Don't worry, I won't tell your wife. I gotta talk about that lawsuit that they have going on with Purina right now. It just came out today that they actually have a toxic byproduct that forms mold in the food. That's the story I sent you today.
Yeah, I read that, and it had the same ingredient like the Fireball has. Antifreeze bullshit.
Yeah, it's an additive that also happens to be a chemical used in antifreeze, though it's a stand-in for more toxic ethylene glycol. And I guess it, back in 2006, was deemed illegal to put into cat food, but not dog food. So Purina has been using this in their dog food since it's been found to be toxic to cats without hesitation, and it's just an additive byproduct.
Yeah, but my question is, when I read it, I was like, so if it's known to be harmful to cats, and all these countries have banned Fireball whiskey because it has same product because it's bad for humans.
Yeah.
You think that the dog is just the anomaly of all the species that could just, yeah, don't worry, my liver, we can take this.
Exactly.
We lick our own buttholes, for fuck's sake. I can drink antifreeze, but isn't that the one thing that dogs usually would die from when I was a kid? They'd be like, hey, don't let your dog drink the fucking antifreeze that drips on your driveway. That's a way to kill him.
Yep.
But then they're going to feed it to him and say, we care about dogs?
Yeah. You're a dog food company and you're putting that in the food that you're feeding dogs. But there's been over 4,000 people in this class action lawsuit saying that the symptoms ranged from just being, like sick dogs to dogs dying because of this shit.
Yeah, because then they say, Purina's like, it's unmerited or doesn't have any merit, the case. Mm-hmm. And I agree with the attorney that brought it up. If it was, granted, millions of dogs eat that shit, and, maybe if, 10 to 100, 130 die, it's a statistical anomaly. It's just going to happen. Who knows if you can pinpoint it. But when you're looking at 4,000 people that actually cared enough to pinpoint this is the cause, and then
paid a vet bill to have their dog's stomach pumped or whatever the hell it had to and then determine it was the food.
Exactly. And then also go as far as to get involved in the class action lawsuit.
Yeah.
So right there, that's going to give you about 10% of the total population of dog owners that have had pets die from it.
I
Because
hear you.
most people would be like, oh, he was old. Or whatever. They just didn't give a fuck. It just
Nope.
happened. You know what I mean? Some people are like that. So right there, you're almost looking at, you got 4,000, so you could imagine many more thousands have died that go unreported, undiagnosed,
Oh, yeah.
and nobody gives a fuck. And it's just pathetic, you know? Like I said to you, I'm like, the fucking FDA guy must have been a cat lover
Yeah.
or something. Because how would you think that it would not be powerful?
And that, to me, just shows the absolute fucking greed of corporation. You know that it's bad for mammals. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Why would you still be putting it in the food and then pimping out your product saying, like the one, I guess, tag name that they have for the type of food, Beneful.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that the one that's made with, like, the real chicken?
Yeah.
They got snap
And
peas.
that's the one that is the leading cause of it, I guess. That's the highest one that they've got right now, and are you kidding me?
That's
The
great.
fucking name is Beneful.
That just goes to what we said last week with the whole everything that they name it, you can guarantee it's the opposite.
Yeah. Because, I mean, that's trying to be as wholesome as they can. That's what they advertised on that one. You know it is. When they were like, let's name it Beneful. Because that makes people feel warm and fuzzy.
Yeah, and we'll tell them
Happy in the pants.
Yeah, and we'll tell them that we used like real freeze-dried fucking
Yeah.
corn and
Exactly.
meats and beans and shit.
It just goes to show you the fucking greed of people nowadays. It's not enough to have enough. You
No.
have to have excessive, and then get more. I mean, Bernie Madoff proved that one. It's not enough to just fuck over 1,000 people. No, you gotta fuck over 1 million people, because then your company has to buy out other companies. You know, like, it's... If you're going on a Ponzi scheme, I'm just saying, you probably don't want to just start buying out other companies.
No, the biggest and greatest Ponzi scheme that has ever been perpetrated on the society of the world has got to be the American economy. If you look at it logistically, it's a Ponzi scheme.
Are you saying the American economy in general, or are you saying our central banking system that we have set up?
I'm gonna definitely say the central banking system, and to a certain extent, I would almost be bold enough to say the economy in general. Because the money that we use to circulate through the economy, its lifeblood, is...
Worthless.
Yeah. So right there, it's all in your head.
We haven't seen what supposedly backs it up in...
There's absolutely nothing that backs it up. You know, we gave that to the Bank of England in the 70s.
Well, I'm just saying.
Fort Knox has not been audited in like 50
Yeah, that's
fucking
what I'm
years.
saying. That's supposed to be the fortune that backs up our currency.
That went the way of the fucking dodo bird years ago. We don't have gold-backed currency anymore.
Who knows?
It's fiat currency. We have goddamn...
Fiat.
Not that fucking car either, you...
4 hour.
Fuck you. I hate that. God, I'm so pissed. They always co-opt everything to make you, when you go into a righteous rant...
I knew that would piss you off,
Fucking
too.
A. It reminds me of goddamn 1998 WCW, where they come out with the
great.
New World Order with fucking Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
So it fucking makes every conspiracy theorist belittled. Oh, you talking about the New World? Yeah, like Hulk Hogan and shit? fuck you! They always do that. Fuck that.
A little passionate on this, are we?
Yeah, because it pissed me off when they made him the New World Order, and now the fiat. Because whenever I talk about fiat currency, everybody's like the car. No, fuck you. Like the you have to believe it's real. That's what makes it real. Kind of definition of fucking fiat. Open a goddamn dictionary. Fucking cunts. I'm not here to educate you too.
I knew that was going to set you off. I've heard this before, and I still find it funny. And I'm going to egg you on next time, too.
But you know what I mean? It's like, I almost think, yeah, the greatest Ponzi scheme is probably the American economy. But, moving on to something else. 'Cause
Oh, that's not a good enough topic?
I don't know. I'm just going off because this is the first time I've had a couple breweries in like a few weeks. So I'm like just spouting off. Opinions are like kittens, just giving them away.
Yeah, exactly. Coming to me by the dozens.
Yeah. God, I was so disappointed. I went to the Wild game last night.
Yeah, you must have cheered enough.
How did they not beat the Soilers? They had plenty of opportunities. God damn, did they
They had 33 saves.
Yeah. 34 shots on net, and there's probably about just as many that were blocked.
Yep.
And we won 40 face-offs to their like 26 or something ridiculous. I mean, Koivu was just
getting a by him.
Because they tried to keep making the extra little pass.
Yep.
And there was so many that just got blocked. It was just so frustrating.
Yep.
And the officials didn't help any, but that's to be given. But it was a pretty entertaining game. That Vanek, though, I was just yelling him, get him off the power play! I know he scored the only goal, but phantom pass after phantom pass.
That's what he's known for.
Honestly, when I first started ranting about him and his phantom passing, I was like, yeah, that's just probably me flying off the handle.
No, it's true.
It is goddamn dead on. And I'm just like, what are you doing? And then he had that breakaway, and he had like this half-ass attempt to slip it 5-hole on Scrivens. I'm sorry, Scrivens is a grizzle. Didn't he have like a 41 save shutout when he first came into the fucking league last year? The dude is an absolute beast.
Yeah, he's good.
You're not gonna half-ass Vanek is not gonna be able to slide one delicately through his 5-hole.
Delicately, yeah, I love how you had that in there. Like he put a ribbon on it and he's just like, now go to bed.
Just licked the tips of his 2 fingers and massaged it gently and was like, yeah, baby. Just let
massaged it, Jim. Small circles.
Yep. Just motorboat it. Just flick it. Flick it. Like you would an earlobe.
Oh, man. It's starting to get hot.
Yeah. That bust mannequin. The titties are looking kind of nice.
I don't know where this show is going, but I like it.
It's going to turn into a visual podcast here soon.
Dear Penthouse.
How did it get from wild to that?
I have no idea. Because of your passionate speech.
That is true. But I don't know. We were up in the nosebleeds section too. I didn't even tell you, did I, that Tony got tickets? Yeah, I talked to Tony last week, and he's like, yeah, me and Becky are going to go to the Wild game on the 24th. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I got tickets for that. I bought mine in fucking October. And I'm like, how weird is it? I'm like, so where are you sitting? He's like, oh, section 204. And I'm like, oh, I'm in 205. What row? Row 6. Hey, I'm in row 6. So we like 2 different sections like sitting in the same row. It's just, how weird is that?
Yeah.
But he had actually great seats because where he literally sat in the section was like to his right side, like hitting his right knee was basically the red line. So he was up in the nosebleeds, but on the red line, and basically the same thing. I was over where the blue line basically hit my fucking right knee. So it was like we were just kind of covering the neutral zone, making sure nothing went awry.
Covering like you were part of the team or something.
Hey, I'm a part of the team of 18,000.
There it is. Yeah, you got it.
Team of 18,000, motherfucker. Repping it hard all day.
You're one of those that think you actually do something.
Oh. Yeah, I was chanting it. Only once.
Only once.
Because they lost.
That's all you need.
Yep. Well, not apparently, because they needed at least one more to tie.
Oh, yeah. That was wrong.
But it was a fun time. It was a fun time nonetheless. And then on Monday, procured my tickets to the WCHA Frozen 5.
Good for you.
I know. Got fucking 12th row right behind the penalty box. Those are going to be some good seats. Pay like $36, you get to go to the 4 o'clock game and the 7:30. I didn't feel like paying the extra $30 for the Saturday game because if it turned out where no Minnesota teams made it, I was not about to drive back down to St. Paul to watch Alabama Huntsville versus fucking Michigan Tech or some bullshit. The WCHA is a weak-ass conference now.
Yeah.
Now that the Gophers and St. Cloud State left.
Yeah.
Just a pathetic conference. Fucking got 2 Alaska teams, a team from Alabama, like I think 2 Michigan teams.
Then why are you going to it?
Because Andrea graduated from MSU and they're in the conference and they're number 1 in the nation right now, so it's like, fuck. And it's her birthday's on the 25th and the game's on the 20th, so I'm kind of doing it as like our birthday present.
Oh, so you're just complaining about having to do something for her.
No, I'm not complaining at all. I'm super pumped about it. But I'm just saying, I was saying I only bought Friday tickets. I didn't buy Friday and Saturday because I wasn't about to risk spending $30 to have to go to a game that I did not want to go watch. And
I thought you liked all hockey.
I do, but okay. So the thing is I really didn't want to get a hotel room to stay over Friday night, so I literally would have had to drive down there Friday, drive back Friday night after 2 games,
cheap fucker.
And then drive back down Saturday for a game I might not want to watch.
Cheap fucker.
It's not worth it to me, dude. The WCHA is not worth all of that trouble. It really isn't. I'll go out there and fucking admit it. I'm going to go to the goddamn state hockey tournament if Hermantown makes it, because I think it'll be fun.
I think it'd be kind of cool next year to get season tickets to SCSU.
Yeah, they put on a good show.
Yeah.
They put on a great show.
Pretty good time.
That would be cool.
Not a bad place.
Where'd you run into the tickets the last weekend?
Just went and bought them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
The guy I work with is an alumni, so he gets $5 off.
Nice. I was wondering, I was like, why the fuck are you all of a sudden you go to SCSU games? You must got like a wheel and deal on something. Of course you did. $5 off. What do they charge you, 20?
25 for the first time we went, but then the second time we had 4 people, so it was $60 for all 4 of us, and we all got a soda, hot dog, and bag of chips.
Damn, that's sweet.
I know,
because when you texted me about it last week, and I was like, fuck, I really want to go. But I already told my grandma, because my mom was in Florida, so my grandma called me personally. She was like, hey, your aunt is having a birthday party. You want to come? It's at my place, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, sure, grandma. Be happy.
Your mom and Ray down there?
Huh?
Your mom and Ray down there?
No, just my mom with her girlfriends, the Yayas. Because they watched that movie, so they think they adopted it themselves.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's just a bunch of, like, her girlfriends from high school, like 6 of them. They all fucking still stay in touch. Goddamn, what, a millennium later?
A millennium. I think it's 14 parsecs.
Yeah, so they always, every year, they go on a trip. They usually go, like, overseas, but I guess they're getting old, and a lot of them are like, I don't want to travel. I don't want to fly for, like, 14 hours. Let's just go to Florida. I'm like, that's weak. Florida, that is weak. You're going to get your face bit off by some dude high on bath salts. I've seen it on the news.
At least Mexico.
Yeah. They're just getting
Never
old.
bought so much weed for $50.
They're just getting old. Just getting old. Because I know they went to, like, Costa Rica once, and they don't do, like, the resort all-inclusive. Like, they grizzle it, and they rent a house in, like, a fucking neighborhood. And she was telling me, like, 2 of the girls that she went out there with started crying in the car. They wouldn't want to get out, because they're like, I'm scared I'm going to get murdered. Wow. I mean, and it wasn't even really that. She's like, well, I was like, this wasn't even that sketchy of a fucking neighborhood. There's shadier places in fucking St. Cloud than where we were, and these chicks are crying in the back seat.
Wow.
I know. And so these are the people she's dealing with.
Wow.
So of course,
I wouldn't even want to hang around that. That's just
you get
too much.
You get those bitches on menopause a little liquored up, and they loosen up. They get a little frisky. You know how we do. Cougar hunting.
Oh, we do.
What, you don't do no cougar hunting? Fuck. Just shaking your head at me.
I'm just saying, I never got a chance to roofie a girl because I always kept taking them myself.
Build up a tolerance. That's why you could be like, no, I'll switch the drinks.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
is years in the making. Taking one a weekend to build up a tolerance to do the ruse.
I'm gonna feel great
You
tomorrow.
take a sip of that one? No, that's good. But unbeknownst to her, they both had roofies in them. Switch them up all you want, darling. You are going down and I am not. Or am I? I might orally please you. Who knows? I'm a generous rapist.
A generous rape. That is such a that is such a conflicting statement
Isn't
in
it?
its own.
It's like, how generous can you be? You're raping this woman.
If you would like to be generous, please stop.
Yeah, no shit.
All right, then I would like to change my name to the Courteous Rapist. Please shut up.
Or at least the self-conscious rapist, because I feel bad about this.
Man, how the hell do we get on that?
Rape is not something you should joke about, Sam.
Not
What
the answer.
fuck? You don't joke about rape.
I didn't bring it up.
You don't know what I've been through.
Tissue?
Please.
Oh my god, this is turning into a strange pod.
Hey. Ride her till she bucks you.
Yeah,
they
I
say.
know. Well, what's gonna bug? Like, our sponsor's gonna
Yep.
cancel?
Oh, the producer's coming in. Shut her down, boys.
We had a good run, everybody. And by that, I mean at least one other person heard a couple of shows.
Nobody's ever listened to a full podcast.
Oh, no. There's always a tune-out point, and it's usually about 5 minutes in. But what are you gonna do? That's basically what happens. No script.
Just talking foolish.
It's hard to keep doing it.
Why is it hard? I find it pretty easy.
Tell all the stories.
That is true. That is true.
Said all you got to say. And then you still gotta keep talking.
Say what they need to say.
Ah, don't you fucking start singing some
Why?
stupid song.
Alright, fine. Who even sings that song?
I have no idea what you're even talking
Say
about.
what the... Or what is it? Say what you need to say? That's what the song I was singing. It's... I'm gonna go John Mayer. Put it down in stone. I'm going to my grave with John Mayer. Fucking tapping that on Trivia Crack. Boop! Am I right or wrong? I don't know.
I don't know. It's live, bitch.
So you excited for spring to come? Do you think it's ever gonna come?
I really don't care.
Really? You're not feeling all cooped up and crazy?
No.
I am really feeling all claustrophobic and shit. I need to get outside.
This year's been okay. I've been outside quite often, though. You're forgetting I have clothing for winter.
Well, so do I.
Then use it.
I do, but it's just, I don't get out as much as I like to.
I worked through most of the winter.
That is true. You're like, yeah, I fucking was building goddamn garages and shit. Through the cold shit.
Yeah, that's what happens.
So have you been on the pond dangling some puck lately?
Oh, we were gonna go skating the other day, but we didn't.
Yeah, because there's pretty much like a window
It was-
of like a day that was decent.
It was cold the day that we were planning on doing it.
Yeah. Because the last few weekends, it's been like negative like 10.
Yeah.
And I just go, fuck it. I really want to do something, but fuck it. Fuck it.
People that aren't from the north don't understand that any kind of a wind when it's cold is bitter.
Yeah.
And yeah, when you got 20 below, it's not that bad.
No, it's
But
not.
20 below with a wind, even a slight breeze.
Yeah, not even a wind, like 1 mile an hour.
Yeah, it's unbearable.
It'll chill you to the core.
But 20 below by itself, no wind, fuck, you can play around in that all day. Just your own body heat will replenish what you need.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
But just a little bit of wind.
Just to push that body heat away,
Yeah.
and you're like,
and you're
Fuck me.
done. Yeah, that's where it kills you.
Because I
You get a
honestly,
5 mile an hour wind at 20 below,
fuck
and now
you.
it's 35 below with wind chill.
yeah. Because I'll be honest, tell you, I absolutely love the mornings when I go out to work, and then it's cold as fucking shit. It's
Yeah.
like negative 20, but there is no wind. It's just, this is, because you can just feel your cells like regenerating.
Where your breath just hangs in the
Yeah,
air.
I love it.
Yeah.
Cold air is good for you.
Oh,
That's scientifically proven?
I don't know.
If it's
Makes
not,
it feel.
it should be.
Yeah.
Because I swear to God, I feel great when you get into the cold.
It just feels like such clean air because there's not the moisture in it and all that kind of stuff.
And see, I guess that makes sense because it's like refrigerating yourself. You're not going to spoil as soon.
I don't think that's the purpose of living in the north, is just to refrigerate yourself.
That's the way I'm fucking looking at it.
I figure my life should last at least a quarter longer because I've been cold for most of it. It's like the Tupperware burp.
Yep. Sleep in a Ziploc freezer to prevent freezer burn. Freezer bag.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be an awesome benefit of living in the north is you get a quarter more life.
I think that's what it is. You preserve yourself.
Maybe just the smell on most people. If you've smelled some of those like resort owners in the winter, they don't make it too often.
That is true.
Oh.
That is true.
Yeah, shit, that was a good one though. That was a whistle too.
that was a fucking whistling good time.
Yeah, it was. That's dry mouth. That's what that is. Oh, good times.
Fucking A, what the hell else has been going on in the wide world of life?
The wide world of life.
Yep.
You did have a few beers.
Well, I was gonna say the wild world of sports, but then I really was like, hey, I care about what's going on in life.
Speaking of the wide world of sports, here's a kind of fun thing that I found out today.
What's that?
USA Today had a story on how LeBron James Jr., his kid, just led his team to victory, and it's like the UAA, kind of like, you know how they have the Little League World Series type thing.
Oh, okay.
This is the equivalency in basketball.
All right.
He led them to a victory, and apparently it was a pretty decisive. Like, he scored 70% of the points for the team. And he's 10 years old. He's received 3 letters from colleges at 10 years old.
Well, that's just good genetics. You gotta draft that.
But the best part, and I love this, is LeBron James even came out and said that shouldn't be legal. He's 10 years old and you're trying to get him to a college.
Yeah, it should be like junior year. That should be legal.
Yeah, you shouldn't. That's just fucking... He's 10 years old and colleges are writing him letters trying to vet him.
And the fucked up part is, it's really not, the bad part isn't that they're just writing him a goddamn letter, because what the harm in the letter is, what the real harm is you're basically inflating this 10-year-old's ego and self-worth beyond what it needs to be and what it should be. Because you cannot tell me, as a 10-year-old, if you're getting scouted by goddamn colleges, Division I schools, you're not going to be a cunt when you turn about 14, 15. You're going to treat everybody like pieces of shit.
He's LeBron James' son, though. I mean, come on. Like,
but I don't know how good a father LeBron James is
I'm not
either.
saying that he's a good father or anything. I'm saying he probably already has a pretty self-inflation just because he's LeBron James' kid.
Yeah, but to add that on top of it?
Who knows? Maybe he's a pretty gracious guy, because LeBron is pretty gracious. I mean, he's a pretty good guy. He's like Kevin Garnett and all the rest of those guys that are actually pretty humble for what they're doing.
I fucking hope so,
So
I'm worried about...
He's got a good base. I'm just saying, that's fucked up. And I actually think that's the same way. That shouldn't be legal for them to fucking try to vet a 10-year-old kid to a college. Let him live his goddamn life. Let him go to high school. Let him do something. That's just stupid. Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, exactly.
I can't believe that's legal in any way, shape, or form.
Did you hear about the Timberwolves news lately?
No.
Tonight was
Kevin Garnett's coming back.
Kevin Garnett's very first game back.
Yeah.
That's Timberwolves news. That's big news. That fucking game sold out. That's the
bet.
first sellout they've had in since he left? 4 years ago? 5 years ago?
No.
That's the first sellout they've had forever. Because I guess one of my coworkers was trying to get tickets. He's like, oh, they're sold out. What the hell? I'm like, yeah, why do you think they got him? They're not making the playoffs, and he's won a championship, and he doesn't give a fuck. And he's going to put butts in seats, so they're going to overpay his ass.
Yeah.
Because they are going to sell
It's the
tickets.
same thing as Torrey Hunter, though.
Yeah, you're right.
They come back to the end of their career because they're like, oh, they like me here.
And they're almost the exact same person, but in different sports. They both have the 1,000,000-watt smile. They're very gracious,
Yep.
respectful, articulate, a good face for your franchise. It's weird that the Twins and the fucking Timberwolves and the Vikings and the Wild, I'm hoping is the exception, but they're proven to be just like them all. We all have that record of just have the players when they're awesome and then get them again on their downslope.
Oh, that's
Maintaining mediocrity.
I was reading the paper the other day, for the local paper, and they had a story about that with the Vikings on how every time they come out with a statement saying we're going to keep him, we like what's going on here, he's going to be part of the team.
Yeah.
Within the next couple of weeks, he's traded. And they were even talking about that Randy Moss. They always said, no, we're not going to trade him. He's a vital part of our team. Gone. Dante Culpepper. Percy Harvin. Then they were looking at it saying they just came out with that statement where he actually said, we expect him to be part of our team. They didn't even say he's going to be. They said we expect him to be part of our team.
And they're talking about AP?
Yeah.
Didn't one of
his agent threw a fit
fisticuffs
at him,
with the agent and one of the execs from the Vikings or something? So that's pretty much got to be the death blow to that whole negotiation.
But who are you going to fucking trade him for? Nobody's going to want to trade for him. He's way damaged goods.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
But how?
He's 30 this year, man.
Regardless,
You're going to pay him... You're going to pay a PR nightmare $13 million a year?
But see, a lot of the teams don't care that are at the bottom of the league. How is it? But to be like a libertarian about this, how would he be a PR nightmare? Because he faced what he did in the court of law. He was punished according to the law. He served his bullshit.
You're telling me
he's a free man.
You got to explain that to the rest of the fucking nation.
Mouth breathing Joe Sixpack.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the fucking the manufacturer.
I'm going to look at it this way, and I'm going to say I thought what Michael Vick did was deplorable, but he did pay his dues.
He
so
did.
Said our justice system.
Were they?
So I was okay with the fact that if that's what the law was,
Yeah.
let him back to what he needs to do.
It's not my law.
And PETA was the one that actually was protesting the shit out of the games when he was allowed back.
Yeah.
And I looked at it and I was just like, what do you want? He already did what he said he needed, or what was told he needed to do to make this justified.
He went to fucking prison.
Yeah. So it was one of those. I can't understand how a lot of people don't get the fact that if you go through the justice system now, like OJ, come on.
That's the OJ case pretty much proved to you the turning point in American society where nobody gave a shit about black or white. All they cared about was green.
Yep. And he spent his fortune on it.
And now he still ended up in fucking prison.
Yeah, because he's an idiot.
How good did that do you? You lost everything, but hey, you got freedom for killing your goddamn ex-wife and her lover. And some say he didn't do it. Some say his son actually did it and he took the blame.
Mm,
Do you believe that?
I don't care.
I like conspiracy.
Yeah, you do. You really you thrive on conspiracy. It almost seems.
It's the only thing that makes life worth living. It basically creates a fictional tale around reality, because reality's kind of boring.
A fictional tale around reality. I love it.
It's like a Dan Brown novel. There's some truth, nuggets of truth. Then you just weave this great story to make it palatable to the mouth-breathing masses.
Very small nuggets of truth.
Hey, Dan Brown is a goddamn saint.
Okay.
That's gonna be my catchphrase. There's gonna be one saint a week.
Oh, I saw a funny bumper sticker today.
What's that?
It said, "Who would Jesus execute?"
Ooh,
I thought that was a pretty funny fucking bumper sticker.
dude. I almost want to like park next to the guy with "Who would Muhammad execute?"
Yeah, I don't know.
Just to fucking spice it up a little bit. See whose car gets vandalized
Park
first.
next to him. Identical cars, different colors.
Yep. Fucking A. It's like that allegory.
One of them black, one of them tan.
It's like, dude, that's so funny because it goes along the same vein. It's like that allegory of the old tale where this little demon type entity that likes to create mischief fucking walks by these two farmers on opposite sides of the road and they're working in their fields, and the demon had a white hat on one side and a black hat on the other, and then when the fucking farmers went into town after working to have a couple pints, the farmers were talking about, oh, that, yeah, did you see that weird looking motherfucker walk by? Oh yeah, the dude with the white hat? No, he had a black hat. No, he had a white hat. And then they fucking argue about whether it was black or white, but the real discussion is, yeah, you were both looking at the same thing. Mm-hmm. That's like, sorry, I just thought that reminded me of that. And I thought it was a pretty good story. That's all I had.
Now back to you. I'm not sure where to go from that one.
Well, I was just saying, that's the way I was looking at what your previous statement. But moving on, boss.
Moving on.
So what else is new in the world, huh? You got something?
I got nothing more.
Eat any good restaurants?
None.
See any good movies? Can't
say so.
Read any good books?
Just the same one over and over again.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Yep. I love that fucking thing.
You haven't been watching, like, started any new series? I heard if I get House of Cards, brand new season coming out this weekend.
Can't wait for that.
Gonna devour that, go on like a binge.
Yeah, I'll have it done in a couple of days.
You got a couple days off coming up or what?
No, I'll just watch like 2-3 episodes.
It's a great show.
Yeah.
What I love about that show is people that always think, you know, I'm crazy for thinking politics is all conspiratorial like that, and then they'll watch that show and it shows basically how conspiratorial everything is and how shady those fuckers really are. They're like, oh yeah, that seems like it would be true. And I'm like, then what the fuck? Why do you call me crazy tinfoil hat wearing son of a bitch?
No.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. And now fucking Samsung comes out and says they're videotaping you and recording you through your television, but yet I'm the tinfoil hat wearing motherfucker?
Huh?
I think not, sir.
Hey, swing away, Jake. Swing away.
God damn. Glasses of water everywhere.
I'm just saying, that kind of shit is kind of weird. You do have to look at it like that. That is reality of what our politics are nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
They conspire for everything, because that's the one thing that you are always assured of, is that a guy with power doesn't want to lose power.
Oh, big time.
So that's the only thing they're scared of, and they'll do anything they can to keep it. I can't even imagine what the skeletons in the closets of the on Capitol Hill. How many of them there probably are.
And how many bodies under the ground?
Well, I'm just saying, the skeletons in the closet,
Yeah.
that would be the same thing. They probably
I
store
thought you
'em.
meant that more
Well,
metaphorically.
they probably store them for a little while.
So they stopped looking for them.
You know?
And then they put them
Then
somewhere.
they dump them with a needle.
They put him in the Smithsonian, telling you it's goddamn Paul Revere's skeleton riding on a skeleton of a horse like the goddamn Body Works exhibit.
Damn.
Fucking wrap that up in a pretty
Get the
little package.
scientists on that.
The tube technology.
I think that's another brick wall, though.
We've got no segues for the tube technology.
No. Nor the skeletal horse and rider.
Well, there's this newspaper sitting right here, and I do see a Dear Abby thing, and I guess we did that once, and we never did it again, but this is actually a hard copy,
Hard copy.
not digital.
Nice.
This is papyrus, like the old times. All right, so I'm going to ask you, you remember the routine, right?
Sure.
All right. Dear Sam, I am dating a man. Let's call him Richard. Dick.
That's what I was thinking.
Who is significantly older. 17 years older, actually.
Old dick. He didn't see that coming.
But yet his balls look uncharacteristically young.
That's all the lotion run off.
They're like two freshly laid eggs.
Yep.
Not wrinkly. The shaft?
Freshly laid eggs.
Dude, the shaft as wrinkly as a wizard robe.
Yep.
Pulled up.
Damn straight.
But I should say this in the first person. I'm in my mid-20s. I have no problem with it. His egg balls or his wrinkled shaft.
Perfect.
As I have always been attracted to men who are older and have their lives together. Daddy issues. My parents are cool with it, but I know the parents. Ooh, I shouldn't say my mom. She must be stepdad she's talking about.
Yep.
My parents are cool with it, but I know they have their reservations. Richard is not a sugar daddy.
Ooh.
I don't love him for his money. I have my own success. I don't have daddy issues. Oh, yeah, because that's
Whatever.
Well, you know you do. As my father is an amazing person who has raised me and my siblings well. She must get that all the time with the daddy issues if she had to fucking put that in there. Because I think they pay per word in this thing. But my parents are still together and are great role models. My friends can't find anything in common with Richard when we all hang out. It seems everyone around us is giving us grief, including his parents. They're not in a nursing home yet? I understand. Sorry. I understand the concern, but how can I convince everyone that I'm happy and willing to take this relationship wherever it goes? Age is just a number. What would be your advice to people giving some girl grief for dating somebody that was 17 years older than her?
Dear age, tell them all to fuck off.
Period.
The end.
You're in
Really, what else are you going to say? Nobody's going to be okay with it if they're not okay with it. No matter what you say, they're not going to be okay with it. So either just accept that no, they're not going to be okay with it, or let it fucking bug you to death. So either tell them to fuck off, or bug yourself. One or the other. Because you're either going to be with them or you're not. So either this is an insecurity that you have, that you can't accept other people's ridicule on it, and that's kind of tearing you apart from him, which in case you probably shouldn't be with him in the first place. Other than that, you tell him to fuck off, I'm with him. Done. People make shit up where they shouldn't need it. Just say what you need. Say what you say.
Say what you need to say.
Yeah, damn
Say
straight.
what you need to say.
I'm just saying, it's stupid that people don't fucking say anything. They just let people pick on each other like that shit. Fuck you. If somebody would say that kind of stuff to me, I'd be like, nope. You can just go fuck yourself,
Yeah.
because that's stupid.
Yeah, because that's one thing I realized a long time ago was, yeah, you cannot please everybody, but Jesus Christ, can you at least try to just please yourself? Because a lot of people, you that probably don't have this issue, is you go out of your way to please others, thinking it'll make you happy.
I don't really have that.
But I was much more of a people pleaser. Still am to a certain extent these days, but a lot more when I was younger. And so I finally came to that conclusion. I'm like, you're sitting here trying to make everybody else happy, and you're not fucking happy, and you're not really succeeding on making everybody happy. So I just kind of got over it, where I was like, why am I trying to make everybody else happy? And that's impossible. Why don't I at least try to just make myself happy? And that kind of changed my whole outlook on life. Then I just started mushroom stamping bitches left and right. Yeah, I'm fucking happy. Yeah, I know your eye's sore.
Oh, that's gonna be there for a week.
Give him the fucking Spartan helmet and shit. Put the balls in the eye sockets and lay the cock down the nose. Fucking A, man. That's a grizzled move. That's a veteran move.
I broke 2 noses doing that.
Shit, dude. She shouldn't have nibbled the tip. Threw me off my game.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Abby's gonna have some different shit to say.
Yeah, so Dear Abby says, Dear Age, the way to do that is simply to be, capital B-E, happy, and take the relationship one step at a time. While you're doing that, accept that relationships with this kind of age disparity are not without challenges. The friends you have now may never be comfortable around Richard, and you may have to make new ones closer to his age. Also, the women may look askance at you for being so young. Wow, I've never seen that word in print. I've never seen it in print. Sorry, it threw me off. These things can be overcome. What bothers me about this scenario is that this man's parents are weighing in. By now, one would think they would have accepted that their son is an adult and capable of making his own decisions about the women in his life. Like I said, aren't they in a goddamn nursing home?
She's so much more articulate than just saying "fuck off."
Dude, I know.
It's the same damn thing.
I know, I think that's probably why we got over doing this whole segment, is because you pretty much say the same thing, except for she, like, writes it in proper prose,
Yep.
and you're just like, don't be a pussy and man up.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's just like, play me off, Jenny.
The more you know. Oh, doing PSAs on you now.
It's an interesting world. Who can do what we do besides us?
Oh.
I think we pretty much fucking wandered down every cul-de-sac in our crazy, twisted minds.
Oh, I got one more I just found.
What's that?
KFC to test edible coffee cup.
What?
Yeah.
Go on.
No need to order dessert with this cup. Let's see. It's a 100% edible cup made from a special wafer-like biscuit, then wrapped in a sugar paper and lined with a layer of heat-resistant white chocolate.
What is heat-resistant white chocolate?
I have no idea. That does not sound like...
Yeah. We just got rid of the bleaching material out of plastic bottles, and now they're going to serve it to us in chocolate with it, wrapped in it. Like that BPA bullshit. Good God, they just want to kill us slowly, don't they?
Oh, God, they do. I can't believe that. That's fucked up. That just came in, too.
Fucking A, man. And one of those cul-de-sacs.
Here's something that they say. Their PR, I guess. In concept, edible fast food containers could appeal to consumers on several levels, says branding expert Tracy Reese. It could fit with any number of brand positions, from fast to green to fun.
And to slovenly.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna eat my fucking cup after I drink this coffee. Like goddamn Jim Belushi.
Jesus, that's...
Or John Belushi. Goddamn, I fuck Jim Belushi.
Well, and then they brought that in, saying that it would cut waste by up to 34% because no cups in the trash.
That's if everybody used them that went there. I will not do that. First off, I don't drink coffee, and I don't like to fucking eat my drinkware. I was just taught that.
I usually like to reuse it.
Yeah, that's why I buy it.
That's what happens. I don't know. I just thought that was kind of funny that they have a fucking the home of the 2 deep fried chicken breast buns and bacon and cheese in the middle. You remember that thing?
Yes, the double down.
I've never had one because I don't want to fucking bypass surgery quite yet.
They should. Yeah, what is it? The joke that should be called a double bypass.
Yeah. So, but now they've got edible coffee cups.
I think the only reason I never tried one of those double downs is I just could not be seen ordering one.
I gotta have a blacked out car.
Exactly. I mean, just a fat tub of lard walking up there.
Just because a fat guy walking up and asking for one of those, and somebody behind you is gonna go, aha, aha. You know, like,
are you sure about that? And then you kind of look back and you're like, yes, I am sure about the double down, and I'll take a Diet Coke.
Better make it 2 of them.
Yep.
I've got some shit to cry through.
But you got to offset it with that Diet Coke.
Yep, exactly.
That aspartame. Make it happen.
Oh. See, we still got something out of that.
Yep. We did.
It wasn't completely dead.
It was an end.
Yeah.
Da-da. Come the revolution.